Okay, so first I am cutting some random shapes from some papers I made with a brayer and paint. Sometimes I use jelly prints, but in this case I'm using just papers. It's mixed media paper with craft paint, and I just used a brayer and layered it in different colors onto the paper. Then I'm just cutting random shapes, whatever I feel at the moment. I don't have any plan. I'm just cutting and gluing. And now I'm adding a little pink paint with my finger, just as a contrast color. And this is a really fun way to create because you don't have anything in your mind of what it has to look like. You just go with the flow. I literally did this in like a half hour and without a plan, and just moving along, picking colors that I want, looking in my drawer, grabbing something that looks good and just adding it in. And there are many points during this process that I look at it and I don't really like where it's going, and then that just leaves me more freedom to add something different, to change it and make it the way that I do like to see. Like I didn't like, actually when I picked up the cover, I got some black ink over on the side there, so I'm just covering all that. I tried to take the ink and make some black dots, but I didn't like how it looked, so I'm just covering it with white. And then some more pink dots, just using my finger, because I didn't like how it looked, so I am just covering it up. Sometimes I cover things with colors, but sometimes white, because then that just gives you like a blank slate to go forward. And now I wanted to use, I just got this blue color. It's one I had never bought before. There's like 20 shades of blue, but I wanted to try this one out, and I love the way it looks. So I added some blue to kind of go with the blue paper that I had glued on. And now some pink, just random. I could add more or less, whatever you feel like doing at the moment. And just add it in different spots. Okay, so now I'm going to add some more papers. Usually I only use the papers that I make myself in an art piece, but since this is a journal cover, I'm using some random papers that I just had. I cut some sheet music into circles, and that little pink flower piece, which I actually like a lot, it goes great with the colors I used, was from some Happy Mail that I received from somebody. I can't remember who. I have such a big bag of all the Happy Mail supplies. And then I'm just gluing on some random shapes that I had cut already. That flower that I'm placing was one of my art prints printed on a book page, so the print shows through the type. And I'm just going to keep adding and adding until I like where it's going. I'm starting to like it now. I'm liking the mix of the colors and the way the papers go together. And I like how you could see underneath some of the things that I had chosen to put when I was doing my first layer. And you know I always like to use some black ink to outline or add or color. I'm actually not using too much on this piece. I use it in at least once in every piece I make, but I'm trying to use it a little less. I used to use it much more. And now I'm just highlighting. That's actually like a train ticket that I had from a Happy Mail pack. And I know it took about up to this point where I really started liking how it was looking. Up to this point, I really did not. I liked the process of doing it, and I liked each piece I was adding, but I didn't like how the overall piece was looking. And at this point is where I am liking it. And that's the freedom in not having a plan or having something in your mind of how it has to look or something that you want to create. You're just going, and it's for the fun, and it's for the more of the therapeutic effect. So this is going to be like a junk kind of journal, which I don't have. I only have journals that I make that I either paint in or whatever. This is going to be more for collage and stuff I find and tickets and papers from Happy Mail. I'm going to use this journal for that. So I'm calling it My Beautiful Mess. And that's it. I'm just ripping the white paper that I wrote My Beautiful Mess on, and around the edge I am using a black stamp and just rubbing the edges so it looks a little